I want to die. Oh man, I'm so not ready for this. Hi, how's everyone doing? It's Saturday. Saturday night. Time for the Saturday Night Stream Thing. Live stream thing. It happens every Saturday night. Starting at 5 p.m. Standard Time. Whatever people get mad when you call them that now. I don't know. Pacific Time. How's everybody doing that? I'll tell you how I'm doing it. How's everybody else doing? Yeah, I'll lower the music. There we go. We lower the music. I wish there was an automatic way of having that happen. Ducker's doing good. Caboodle's depressed. Aren't we all caboodles? Okay, there we go. That should be a little bit better. I'm still trying to get the hang of like where the mic peaking should be. I usually try to keep it in the yellow, but right now it's peaking pretty hard into the red. We can lower that just a little bit. How about that? Ugh. Getting paid to watch my stream? That sounds like almost like Torture Drifter. Oh. Can I die with you? My girlfriend took out an order of protection against me. Well, then she isn't your girlfriend. And also, that's not a conversation to have on the stream, Sean. I have practical reasons. I've been sick for like 4 days now. And I don't even know what it is. I think it's like allergies. Because like my eyes are like burning. And I'm all kind of stuffed up, but then I'm also fatigued like none other. I spend like freaking 16 hours a day sleeping right now and I'm still tired. Like, I don't know what the heck's going on, man. I really don't. And it's upsetting me. I filmed like 6 videos worth of content. I just need to do the B-roll and I've been wiped. I've been spending like every day just laying in bed. I got a day or two in there of like playing New World. And then it's right back to just like, don't want to get out of bed ever. I hate it. I was like, oh, I'm going to catch up. Everything's going to be good. And I got all the blasters except for one. I have to film the shark thing. But all those are filmed, ready to go. I'm working on my CR10 video and then wake up like Tuesday morning wanting to die. And it hasn't gotten better. In fact, I'd argue it's gotten worse because I could literally fall asleep on stream and I've only been awake for like 5 hours. So I don't know what my problem is. Ugh. It sucks. I'm tired of it. So hopefully you're all doing better than me, but there are some things that we should talk about because there's new Nerf blasters. Specifically, new is in the fact that they were revealed like a month ago, but I was in Texas a month ago. Yeah, it's been a month. So I got to look at them and go, oh, that's neat. And then never really, I kind of forgot they existed because they were kind of mediocre. But this is also one of those times where they were like leaked a month ago and some people are already finding them on shelves. So we should probably talk about that at some point. Other than that, I don't think there's anything like new to talk about. I'm probably going to upload like 2 videos a day next week. I'm not even joking because I have so many videos I just want to get out and get done. I only got the Roblox blasters because I wanted to collect them. So in my testing of the Bees blaster, I had like an average FPS of like 82, 83. It hits hard with Elite Darts anyway. I didn't try it with Adventure Force Waffles yet, but yeah, it hits ridiculously hard for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's pretty cool. Would I recommend getting one? Probably not, but it's pretty good. Thank you, Silas. I hope I feel better too. This might be a shorter stream. Not gonna lie, because I just want to go to bed. Silas, if I find them or something, I'll totally do a video on them. Maybe not a formal review, maybe just a video. I kind of don't want to do formal reviews anymore, but they're also like the easiest content to do. So, I don't know. I won't have any thoughts on Mega XL until we actually know what the blasters are. I've seen pictures and that they don't really do justice on what the blasters are, Mandalorian. Hey, WALCOM, how do I watch Kamen Rider? I believe there's now an English option, like Toku Shoutsu or something. I still pirate it. It's okay, I've spent literal hundreds of dollars on the toys, so I've absolved myself of all crimes. Thank you, Chicken Master. Oh, hey, you're the one who leaked all the stuff we're going to talk about today. Woo! When is the Swift video being posted? I've filmed the talkie video parts of that. It's part of the list of things that just needs the B-roll shot. So, soon? I mean, it's good. I don't really know why everybody needs to have, like, keep everybody's like, Milsig, 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 Milsig. And it's like, I already kind of did a video on the Milsig, and then like completely, like everyone's like, I want to review. There's reviews out. I don't know why people keep wanting me to do a review on it, because honestly, I'm just going to kind of like rip it apart now. It was kind of obvious in my shooting footage before, but that thing is just not accurate. And I think one of the biggest reasons why I never did the video on it is because I had such high hopes for it, and then I spent hours upon hours upon hours. I don't even think the people who made the thing have fired the thing as much as I have. And then there was no way to get anything out of it. And I got so burnt out, I didn't really want to touch it. It happens every once in a while. Like I'll get, it happened with like the Buzzbee blasters last year. I was doing a review of them and like 2 of them didn't work. My Rebel mech didn't work. It just literally like wouldn't rev no matter what. And the chain blazer or whatever, like every single time I pumped it, the chain wouldn't be centered, so the dart wouldn't leave the barrel. And I just was like, it's not even worth my time raging about this thing. I just don't care. So I never did the review, and that's kind of why I want to stop doing review content. I'd rather show blasters off in a different way, but I don't know how to go about it right this second. You're never getting Nerf Call of Duty, ever. I'm not saying you won't get it from another company, but you're not getting Nerf Call of Duty. I saw the Thunder Shot and the new Fortnite revolver at Walmart. I have the new Fortnite revolver, but that was like, how do I do a video on this kind of thing? I'm just like, really, like that keeps being a problem with me. Like, you guys have to really let me know. Like, I see the Fortnite revolver and it's like, it's a hammer shot with 6 shots. Woo, it looks dumb. But it's like, why would I watch a review on that? Like, I already know what it is. So, like, why does everybody want, like, reviews of that kind of stuff? Like, there's nothing to really talk about. Like, the blasters we're talking about today, like, there's literally nothing to talk about. I don't even know if I would do a video other than SEO will inevitably drive people to watch my video. Now, if I can make the video fun and exciting and funny and entertaining, sure, but lots of my videos get scrapped because I don't find them fun or interesting or exciting. What is a good chronograph to get with $2 super chat from a... That's what I was saying. And Satsu, what is it, the X-Cortec? I'll write in chat. It's the X-Cortec, I think 3300 or 3500. I'm gonna think it's the 3300. It's the one that I used in my videos. What was the first video I showed that off? I explained what it was. I really like it. It's good. Well, see, Darkest, that's the other problem, is that, like, if we only have 1 people doing reviews, that's the worst. And that's the other problem with, like, doing content for the community right now, is that, like, people just watch the one review and then they're done. And it's like, that way everybody, whoever gets the review out first, like, usually wins, unless you're Coop. And that sucks. I really wish that wasn't the case, because everybody has a different opinion, but at the same time, it's like, who wants to watch 4 or 5 videos of the same blaster in a row? Which is, again, why I want to make my stuff more entertaining and more thoughtful than just doing a straight-up review. It's a frustrating ecosystem. It's something that I've been thinking about for months now. Wait, what was the last Elite 1.0 blaster made? That would be the Trilogy. You could just show off blasters and make either short video or videos with multiple blasters. So the problem I found with videos on multiple blasters, that happened with my... Granted, I think the thumbnail was bad, but the hyper video did horribly, in my opinion. And SEO is really hard to optimize with multiple blasters. It really helps with watch time, though, I can tell you that much. Spectre has a Milsig barrel, super accurate boasts. I don't trust him. I'm going to call you out right now, Spectre. Spectre was saying his accuracy was flawless with his Milsig. I asked him to record a video, and his accuracy was as bad as mine. Then he made his barrel and said it was better, but I have 3 different barrel setups for my Milsig, and I still would not say it's accurate. It's less accurate than the Saber, which is, you know, fair. The Saber is insane. And it's less accurate than the Swift. It's less accurate than my, like, by far than my Lynx. It's basically like a flywheeler. So the reason why I kind of call him out on this is that he objectively says, like, I don't use Caliburns, I don't use Springers, and it's like, if it's accurate enough for him, sure, but if I have to fire 3 shots to hit a human-sized target at 80 feet, we have a problem. And the Milsig's worse than that. Like, flywheelers are usually pretty good for, like, close range, because even if you have, like, a 200 FPS flywheeler, close range is practically impossible to dodge that. Long range, you usually have to fire multiple shots, because flywheelers are just inherently inaccurate. And I would probably put the Milsig on par with, like, a flywheel blaster, but that's with a ton of tuning. And so, like, I asked the company, like, this was another thing that really messed me up about the company. I asked them, are you aware? I just need to get a quote from you guys. Are you aware of the accuracy problems, and is anything being done to fix it? And they completely ignored me. And I just got so burnt out. So I'm still going to do a video, but I'm probably the only YouTuber that can objectively show you guys what the accuracy is like. And it's not good. It's really not. I have stock blasters that hit way more accurately than a Milsig that has been tuned. Hey, WALCOM, do you know about the Crooked Cousin? Yes. There's literally a video up on it. Real men use Springers or HPA. See, I think HPA is perfectly capable of being accurate, but I don't know why the Milsig isn't, and I don't have another HPA blaster to compare it to, really. Hero, I'm probably really spicy because I'm not feeling good, but yeah, hopefully we get through this. What's your opinion on the Rifle Percy's? I did a whole video on it. It's a pretty good blaster. Maybe one of the best. I don't like the Milsig because it's too reminiscent of a real steel gun. That's fine. You could literally take off like every single part of the Milsig, replace it with 3D printed parts to make it look like the, one of the things they made it look like was the Gundam blaster, like the RX-78's original beam rifle. Like, I don't accept it looks too real as a reason to not like a thing. I mean, I'm not a fan of real steel, but it's not like it doesn't actually look super real steel. Like it is, and then at the same time, it's not mimicking any actual firearms. So, do you like the Dino Squad Nerf blasters? I really like the Tricera Blast, but that's about it. The other ones are meh. In all seriousness, any chance of tag back coming back? Alex, yes, it will. I don't know when, but it will. I don't know how, but it will. Hopefully I have all that stuff figured out by the end of the summer. Tag back will be a relative thing. The reason why I stopped doing tag back is because people stopped watching it. WALCOM SF, what do you do with the Busby Air Warriors darts? Throw them away. They're garbage. This thing is probably hard to make accurate because of the pressure. I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, there's something else that's wrong with it, and I don't know what it is. Like, I've had like a 2 or 3 foot long barrel on it, and it's still inaccurate. With a scar, it's still inaccurate. I think it just needs a little more time in the oven. But it's like, it sucks because it's an obvious issue that needs to be fixed. And as far as I know, like, people are like, oh, we sell a barrel, oh, we sell this, but like, I don't think that actually fixes it. Do you think there will be new Nerf Hyper Blasters in the future? Yeah, I mean, obviously they've pushed Ultra really hard, so I don't see why they wouldn't push Hyper really hard. I'm just hoping they, like, really beef it up, because, like, the first initial offerings in Hyper are pretty, yeah. Is the Milsig just letting out too much air per shot? That's what it feels like. I heard from Derek from Frontline Foam that he tuned it and made it way better. And like, that bothers me because it's like, okay, well, you can tune it to make it way better. But again, it's like, not everybody's going to want to buy a $400 blaster and tear it apart to make it work the way it should. It's kind of aggravating. Where is Lucha? Lucha has the day off. Hopefully I will see him next weekend. I'm trying not to invite him over every weekend. I try to give him like a week in between. Do you know a good way to get Trilogy Sledgefire shells? No, 3D printers are pretty much the only way you can go, Mikito. How many recons are you holding up for eventual recon tag back? I mean, at this point, we have so many. We have like literally like 60, 70 recons. Do you think Hyper will be the new meta? I think it has potential, much like Ultra. I think it has more potential than Ultra. But, like, the thing that I find that's a problem with Hyper rounds is consistency. Some of the rounds really look like just wads of, like, 3D printed filament that was compressed together. Like, they don't look uniform in shape and they don't fly uniform. Crap, I pre-ordered a Milsig. What exactly do I need? Which is exactly why I need an in-depth review from a trusted figure in the hobby such as yourself. Sorry, Wretched. I've said, like, literally dozens of times that, like, there's a problem. Like, if I say there's a review next week and there hasn't been a review, there's a reason why. And I've been kind of holding off on it because I wanted it to be good. I had huge plans for this blaster. We were going to, like, rent out a paintball field and get more of them and do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And that all fell apart when it's like, literally, okay, I think I uploaded that at the end of March. I came here before I had, signed a lease for the property. I came here April 4th. And tried to shoot at a target 25 meters away and couldn't hit it with any of the barrels. And on my Milsig, it's adjustable. They all are adjustable. But if I adjust most of them, I think all 3 of them, or maybe only 2 of them, if I adjust it more than like a quarter of a turn, it doesn't cycle anymore. So like, it's like 200 FPS to 300 FPS or 400 FPS adjustable. I think mine all cap out about 270 and none of them work right. I will have a video. Obviously I've been thinking a lot about this. That's going to be a video I'll have out next week, like probably really early, because I have a lot to say and I've had time to think about it. And I'm kind of upset about it now, which is glad, like, I didn't do the review when I had it. Like, I'm kind of glad I waited. Does the Rush 40 blow any other pistol out of the water? With a hop up, it does really good. It still has problems, but it does pretty good. It has its niche, that's for sure. Do you think Nerf would ever make short dart blasters? No, I don't think they will. Nerf is obviously going in a completely different direction. I think Nerf's direction is more of they know they won't compete with Dart Zone when it comes to performance or anything like that, and they don't really care. They're just going to try to win on pure gimmick. And honestly, they could do a good job. Elite or Zombie Strike? I think Elite's better. Zombie Strike's fun, though. I'm excited for the Everforce Trigger Fire because it's a better nail fighter. Yeah, I'm kind of interested for that as well. When will you review the Max Striker? I don't have one yet. It's just a Nexus Pro, so I'm not like super interested in it. I was told that that's my next shipment from Dart Zone, so within the next 2 weeks. I'll have like the Matrix Fire, the Conquest Pro, and the Monolith videos up this week. I've already filmed them, except for the B-roll. I need to film the B-roll. And the reason why I haven't done B-roll is because I just don't feel like walking around and filming stuff and everything. I just want to die. What Scar barrel would you recommend for a 300 FPS Caliburn? I think the Blaster Tech Scar is unanimously kind of the best one you can get. I mean, I have Luchas here, and it's really good. There are other Scar barrels, but I just feel like the Blaster Tech ones are the best. Still, I could be wrong because I don't really experiment a lot with Scars. But that seems like the best one to me. Which is weird because the two best, most accurate blasters I have integral Scars in the barrel. And thank you very much for the $5 super chat, Austin.
What Scar barrel would you recommend for a 300 FPS Caliburn?
Are you excited for the Dart Zone Pro Mark III? Yes and no, Sonny. Yes, because it's cool that you guys will have a cool flywheeler, and I hope the battery situation's good. No, because Dart Zone isn't going to offer anything that I don't already have a better version of. Like, you talk to somebody who has, like, multiple brushless flywheelers. Yeah. Yeah, Premium, we haven't talked about them yet. We will, don't worry. Do you think NERF is fully obsolete? No, because it's toys. If they're fun, play with them. If you can mod them to shoot better, do that. Like, everybody who chases pure performance is a really boring person. You can have a lot more fun finding a blaster that you absolutely love and making it the best possible thing you can, and learning to play with its strengths and weaknesses. I think that's a lot more fun. Like, if I were to go to any war right now, I'd probably be using my Firefly with the buckshot rounds. And that's not like, oh, well, why don't you just use the normal darts, hit 200 FPS WALCOMs? Because that's boring. That's boring to me. I'd rather have more fun. Today I picked up a new Strife and a new Stockade, the new, oh, okay. It's like, the Nerf Stockade is really a weird gun. Isn't that just a... The Nerf Stockade was just a barricade that was remade in the Elite line. What do you think of the Adventure Force Thundershot? I don't have one. I thought it was a small little handheld pistol. Turns out it's massive. So, I don't know. It looks kind of awful now. Thoughts on the Rhino Fire? It's fun, but it's bad. Hyper or Alpha Strike? What kind of comparison is that? Hyper. Dual-wield trigger fires. That could be fun. When do you think an M60-ish dart gun will pop up? I've really wanted to see one since the Vulcan, but I've yet to see an anyone company or otherwise attempt to do that. I guess the Matrix Fire would be a close proximity to it. I kind of wish the Matrix Fire leaned more into like having a huge drum on it. Did you fling that rival grenade with your dog blaster yet? I believe I uploaded a video on that, Gene Docs. It might have been an unlisted video that was posted in community, but I did upload a video on that at one point. What's just the cheapest Nerf gun that you would recommend? The Knockout, the Rival Knockout. I really want a P90, well, that's the Charger, or the Zeus, or a PP19 by Bison style. I don't think there is one that's like the PP19. Did you mod the Hyper Mach 100? I have not. From what I heard, it's not very good modded. I just don't really have a good workspace set up yet. When is the Select review coming out? It's already filmed. Hopefully soon. If I have my way, it'll be up tomorrow, but I'd have to wake up tomorrow and feel not like garbage. I'm pretty impressed with it, though. I like it a lot. I don't think it's worth the money, but I think it's really cool. Could you imagine them started selling Vulcans again? No, because the Vulcan underperformed hard and was very expensive at the time, and it would be like literally $150 today. Yeah, I don't know why they haven't made one yet, Terrarian. Like, why is there no double-barreled, like, shell-fed blaster? I'm really surprised they haven't done that. And confused. Like, they know, like, sniper rifles and shotguns are the two biggest things, and they have yet to really lean into them. What's going on with the Curator's collection? It's literally all in boxes behind me. I'll just pull it off. It's a little hard to see because there's 2 shelving units, but yeah, and then the corner, and then underneath here there's another whole place that is got a bunch of blasters in it that I have to bring up here, but it would turn this place into more of a warehouse. You can't even see in the far back corner, it's all stacked up, but you can see like over there, it's like, oh no, look at that, new blasters and things I'm doing videos on. And then, oh, I kind of blocked it off, but there's the wall of awesome and my filming background and stuff.
All hail the new NERF curator.
Well, thank you, Alex. It's a title I don't take lightly. Can you not? Ugh. And I thought I had a lot of blasters. No, I have literally like thousands. Which is worse, Ultra or Vortex? Ultra, definitely. The Drifter, I don't even know what's in like 50% of those boxes right now. Do you like Twizzlers? Ironically, no. I've never really liked Twizzlers. It kind of tasted like garbage. Was the Nerf MA40 worth it? At $50, yes. At what the prices they're going for right now, no. Dang, studio's huge. It is. It is a massive space. And we're still trying to figure it out. What kind of mic do you have? This is a Quadcast S. HyperX Quadcast S. It's all like RGB configurable. I just made it like this because it wouldn't affect my green screen. Any word if the MA40 will get another run? I mean, obviously I don't like work for Hasbro, but if I had to take a guess, yes, it will. I would expect another run here in the fall. How do you like the new pinpoint dart? It worked pretty decently. I haven't tried it at a high velocity stuff yet because I'm a little worried about ruining the only 10 darts I have, but they worked a lot better. You'll be surprised with the differences in the video. What's your favorite Springer to come out in the last few years? It's a tie-up between the Gecko and the Lynx. Both are amazing. How long are these streams normally? They usually go for like 3 hours. I don't know how long this one's gonna go. As long as I can handle it, and it's already getting to that point. Favorite Jolt reskin, asks Phantom. That would be the Scavenger Jolt. Should I buy the Nexus Pro or the Conquest Pro? I'm fully on board with the Conquest being the best Pro blaster. I mean, we could have a debate about that, but you're wrong. Really, the only reason you would pick the Conquest Pro or the Nexus Pro over the Conquest Pro is you're like really upset that you don't have super major Call of Duty's reload. Like you can't flick it out like John Wick or something, which you can't really do anyway. And I think some basic modifications to that reloading system will make it a lot more palatable. I actually really like reloading the Conquest. With Talon mags, you don't actually use the mag release. You just pull on the mag. So you can very easily just pull out mag, put another one in. You can have both mags, like, you know, have your mag, draw your mag out of your pouch, grab the old one, pull it out, and you don't even have to hold it. You can literally just tug it out and have it fly, and then push the old one or the new one in. It works good. Dual flywheel grip load pistols you can attach to each other via barrel locking to form a dart hose. That sounds like Saz's like rifle thing that he has the 2 pistols in Final Fantasy 13, and then they combine into like a rifle or something like that at one point during one of his attacks. I don't know. That's what that sounds like. That's stupid, but cool. Does the Dart Zone sell the extra Mark II plungers? No. You might be able to contact them and get the part, but I kind of doubt it. Hey, Paige. What is worth the money right now? Rough Cut or Warden? Rough Cut. Bumping my question again, is the Chris Vector Strife Kit worth the pretty penny? Do you like the look of it? Sure. It's all cosmetic, so do you like the look of it? Yeah, I'm really confused how the Conquest works so good. Seriously, like, man, the Conquest is good. I do kind of wish I had a stock, ironically enough. A folding one. What's a blaster people like and you hate? The hammer shot. Why? Because the hammer shot barely works. And then you spend a ton of money modifying a hammer shot and it still barely works. What's a starter 3D printed Nerf gun? That would be like the Talon Claw and stuff like that. Honestly, I'd argue that the Gecko was really not that hard to put together either. Yeah, I need to see if I can't get the, change this RGB thingy. I'll look for that in my spare time. But yeah, this is the HyperX Quadcast S. I've had it for like a few months now. What blaster would you recommend a new person to nerf? The Adventure Force Villainator or the Dart Zone Tomahawk 60 when it comes out. Do you have the Spamf kit for the Falcon Fire? I do have a Spamf. That's all set up and I love it. With the Super Spamf stuff. Thoughts on the Cage Fire? I have the stuff to print out 2 of them right now. I will have those printed out by the end of this week, hopefully. My God, are those things expensive. For all those people that's like, ew, why is a 3D printed blaster so expensive? This is a ripoff. First of all, I hate you. Second of all, I think the hardware alone for building 2 Cage Fighters was like $330. Not counting filament, not counting the printer, $330. You're talking, the flywheels are $16 a pair and you need 2 per blaster. The motors are $750 each and you need 4 of them. And the list goes on. MOSFET boards, switches, everything. Like, it's expensive. And people are like, that's a ripoff. And like, no, you have no idea. Plus, you know, the fact that you have to hand build them. The Conquest Pro is one of those that made to use a secondary. Why? It's fully capable of being a primary in every way. It's mag-fed, pump action, high velocity, accurate slam fire. It can be used as a secondary, but it can be used either way. With the mention of the Spamf, I still need to try an SPL. I mean, I like the idea of the SPL Jang, but I also don't need another pump action magazine fed blaster. Honestly, at this point, do we not have enough of them? What does the SPL do differently? If you like the design and looks of it, sure, go for it. But I'm now in that like realm of there's too many pump action. Like, I want different stuff. Like Taffy's Skewer. Like, I got to play around with one of those and I loved it. What would you like for a new Hyper Blaster? A shotgun that uses double-barreled shotgun, 2 shells. Hyper. Make it happen, Hasbro. That's the reason I haven't ordered one yet. There's enough Springers in that size currently. Exactly. Like, nothing. I'm sure it's a freaking amazing blaster, and I'm sure I'd love one. But me trying to buy one right now, it's like, there's so many better options. Have you seen the new Dart Zone Pro Mark III? No. What's that? I have no idea what you're talking about. You're making it up. They're not making a Mark III. I know I suck at my job, but I do this for a living. Trust me, most of this stuff I know about the nanosecond it happens. Would you like to ever see Gundam-themed blasters? Yes, I think they could do some pretty decent ones. That'd be a nice thing. Spam for Legacy. Spam. Legacy's pretty cool. The Legacy is built to be like a non-3D printed Spamf, but I think you can still get Falcon Fires and Spamfs for reasonable prices. Therefore, I think you should still get a Spamf if you have the option. In the future, that might change. What do you think of the leaked 2.0 blaster will be? I actually don't know. I'm also not really going to speculate too much because it could be anything. With the reveal of the flip shots line, I think we're at the point where we can't think Hasbro's going to do anything. Man, that Flip Shot 32 is the most ridiculous thing ever, and I'm going to love it. I know I'm going to love it. Too bad it got pushed back. Do you like the Strife? Yes. And why? Because you can modify it in so many different ways. Any thought? What are your thoughts of Hathaway's fashion? I haven't seen it. I don't know if I will see it. I still haven't seen Narrative, to be perfectly honest. I don't know. Movies are harder for me to sit through most of the time. I'm sure I'll see it eventually. And I saw like the scene where they were like the terrorists were on the plane. And I watched that like 2 minute long or 3 minute long clip. I don't even think it had subtitles, and I thought that was amazing. Definitely really dark and edgy, but wasn't like trying to be dark and edgy, if that makes sense. Like it was that perfect blend of realism and action that I come to know and love from Gundam. That's funny saying that, but it's true if you watch enough of the series. What was the very first Nerf blaster you ever owned? From my collection, it was the original Supermax 1500. Hathaway has too much talking. That's a problem with Gundam in a nutshell. You want to talk about a show having too much talking? Has anybody tried to watch season 3 of Log Horizon? Talk about the worst part to start up. You're like, you don't put out a season for like 6-7 years, and then finally you get a season 3, and it's literally like 7 episodes of people just talking. And it's like, oh, it's rough. It's really rough. If all Hasbro does is make goofy, okay blasters, get new people in the hobby, they have done their job, in my opinion. I agree. I don't think Hasbro needs to truly compete. I think that's a really bad way to put it. I still think they need to put out a decent product, but I don't think they need to really compete. I just wish they'd put a little bit more effort into their designs, because everything Hasbro does really feels like it's like they took 2 of the 5 steps to get there every single time. The Select is a great step in the right direction, in my opinion. It's not perfect, never are, but I definitely think it's a good step. I think Hasbro's been scared to do, it's weird, like I was just about to say, I think Hasbro's scared to do like some high value blasters, but like Select, $60, not cheap. The Flip Shots 32, $60, not cheap. The Fortnite Heavy SR, $50, not cheap. There's a lot of those blasters. In fact, Hasbro isn't even trying to kiss that $10 range anymore, it seems, which we can talk about. We actually do have some stuff to talk about when it comes to Hasbro and things. Is what I would say if this would work, but it currently, there we go. Hold on. I'm trying to do stuff and I don't know why. Like, why is... Okay, there we go. Like, OBS is like sucking hard recently and I don't know why. I'm looking at the Atlas. I am aware that it's impractical on a sling. I think it would be a good secondary. I think there's potential left in an Atlas, Tucker. I really want the Atlas to be good. I think it would be fun to make one of those. Go watch Dartzone's new Mark III Teachers Select Fire Flywheel Blaster. That's great. It's not burst fire, so I don't care. Hey, Jang, are you still here? I think full auto and Nerf is practically useless. I think it's actually worthless. Now, some people would make like obviously you don't need select fire when you have full auto, but I also disagree. Like if you have a fast enough like fire rate, select fire is like the best thing to happen. I mean, if you have not seen my, which I'll do a video on it really, really soon. It's another one that's on the list of things that I need to do. The freaking Woozy, my select fire Woozy, with a 3,000 RPM motor is stupid good. Okay, anyway, let's, we got some new blasters we get to talk about. Yay! Everybody get hyped for, oh god, what is this? What you are looking at is a new Nerf line that was, unceremoniously revealed. Give me just a second. I need something to drink. Please don't fall. Yeah, I hate myself. Maybe this will make me feel better. It's called Dragon Power. It's called Dragon Power. Why? This was revealed, and we will get to that. You already know if you've read the title of the live stream, but there's a new Nerf line, and here is your first blaster in that line. It's a pullback Nightfinder-esque thing. See, this is what I'm talking about with Hasbro. This is my main issue with like everything Hasbro does. Zero innovation. Zero. Every single time, it feels, Dart Zone puts out a blaster, they try one slightly new thing with it. And that's smart. Does Hasbro do that? No. They will literally take the same shell and put it in 50 or 100 different things. And it sucks. I'm not trying to hate on Hasbro to hate on Hasbro, but this is getting out of hand. Because how many blasters? I could do one video just naming off the amount of blasters that share like DNA with this brand new Nerf Dragon Power Fire Shot. So it will retail for $10. So you get a single shot pullback blaster for $10. Other companies will give you revolvers for $10. But this is what you get. It looks like it might come with, in that small picture over there, it looks like it might come with something else. I don't quite see it. I do have, you can swap to the back of it, which is easier for you all to see than me. It's got 4 dart storage and looks awful. And it's a crossover with Dungeons and Dragons. Why? You know what? I know of Dungeons and Dragons. One of my favorite series on the internet was Noah Adweiler's, the Spoony one, Counter Monkey. Unfortunately, that guy like fell off the deep end hardcore and has not put out content in forever. But his Counter Monkey thing was like the reason I went out and bought like a Pathfinder like rule book, and it never happened for me. And I'm not one of those play like D20 online or anything like that. That's not quite my thing. Like I have rule books and I have dice, but I haven't played it yet. Not saying I will never. It's one of those things like eventually I will be in the mood to play it. But what does this have to do with Dungeons and Dragons? You know what has more to do with Dungeons and Dragons? Enforce. The Enforce line of foam weapons, you know, like the Marauder and the axe, I forget the name of, and the mace and the Vendetta and all those cool things. That would be way more Dungeons and Dragons like. But no, we get guns. Guns and Dungeons and Dragons. And even then they're like muskets and blunderbusses. That would be cool. I follow Spoony on Twitter still. Oh, you are a brave man. I freaking the last time I talked to Spoony on Twitter was like literally 9-10 years ago. Well, that's cool, Count Hellstrom. My wife plays D&D with her old work buddies every Wednesday. Dungeons and Dragons. That's a pretty good one. So, what is there to really say about this? I have looked up the DPCI number and it doesn't show up in BrickSeek, but apparently these are already on store shelves at your local Target, so you may find them if you live in the US and go to Target. We'll talk about this, but I want to see in the chat. It's a single shot, like ignore what the blaster actually is. What do you think about the aesthetics of this blaster? Let me know in the chat right now. What do you think about the aesthetics of this blaster? Just you wait, Alex. You know, I might be like super out of it. Why does my Rolling Rock taste like coffee? People like it and then people hate it. It's really divisive. It looks tacky as hell, says Officer Thunder Penis. I could make something better out of foam and cover a normal blaster. I think the design is 2/3 done, says David. I can agree with that. So are the scalies in the audience like really tripping on this one? It's the Valorant line. Did Valorant have these? I don't know. I've never played Valorant. All right. Well, we'll hold our reservations. We will talk more about this, but let's go to our next blaster, which is the oh god, why? Yeah, we'll save the big one for later. Let's talk about the one that we barely have any footage of. That is the you wanted a D&D bow. Here you go. It's the NERF Dragon Power Skyblaze Dart Bow. Damn it, Hasbro. Why? So, from the looks of things, it looks to be just a smart AR. What is that? 8 shots or 10? Looks like 8 shot or 10 shot smart AR. Doesn't look like it moves the clip up and down like what the hell was that bow? Strata bow. It looks like it's just a 10 shot smart AR bow. That you know, honestly, this is maybe the least offensive one in my opinion, looks wise. But it's also a NERF bow, and historically these things have sucked. It would be cool if like that thing, like here's what we're talking about with like Hasbro not being innovative. It would be cool if that thing in the front was like a clip, like it was like a smart AR clip that you could pull out and then shove into the front of it to reload, and it was just a smart AR system, but you could like, yeah, that would be really cool, Hasbro. Why don't you do something cool like that? I am saying just like do 1 or 2 things that is like nifty and cool, not reshell a blaster that nobody cared about when they begin with. How much will it cost you for the privilege? $20 US. The string will hit your hand, that would hurt. Maybe, I kind of doubt it. I'm sure they tested that. So, yeah. How we feeling on this one? I want to see yays and nays in the chat. How we feeling about the $20 Dragon Power Skyblaze Dart Bow? Assuming it works how it is. It might have something cool about it. We can only go off what we have right now. Yays and nays. Dude, even my phone's like, what's this Face ID? I don't know what that is. It's like a unanimous nay. Roll share with the yay nay. Trash. Hasbro? That's not good, Hasbro. I'm trying to be as impartial as possible on this one. Okay, so we're off to our 3rd round. Bases are currently loaded. And we're going to try to hit ourselves a home run here with our next contestant, because this is probably the only one we have anything to talk about. And I say that like I don't know what the word means. Actually, we should probably go with the front, huh? This is the NERF Dragon Power Ember Strike. Look at this mother sucker. Is this more like you're up to speed kind of thing? What do you think of this one? Except for my face is being covered by the thingy, which makes no sense. It should be like, why is my face being covered by this? Doesn't even make sense. Like legit, like in terms of like, I guess I'll make it smaller, but that doesn't make any sense because like it's actually in the background, but it was in a folder. So maybe the folder takes priority. That's weird. Anyway. So yes, Furret Turret is right. I have seen a picture somebody posted where they chronographed it at 80 FPS, which is, could be a thing. That's still not great, and I'm sure you can barely mod it. But yeah, this one, we should probably talk about it a little bit more. I mean, this is the one that kind of looks the coolest. It's like, what, is it 30 bucks or 40 bucks? It's 30 bucks. Let's look at the back of the box here. Excuse me. It tells us a couple of things. So for those of you that thought for like just an iota of a second that this was a rebirth of the Swarmfire, it's pump action. It's actually just a Guardian crossbow reshell. It's got 8 dart onboard storage at the back of the stock though, which is kind of rad as heck in my opinion. It looks cool. And an 8 dart rotating drum pump action for $30. And other than the dart storage, doesn't appear to do anything new. In fact, it doesn't even say anything about slam fire on the box. Like, this is just bizarre to me. Like, they could do some legit, like, cool Dungeons and Dragons themed blasters, I feel. Like, what about one that's, like, armored? Makes it look like something a knight would wear? Like, something cool like that? Like, a rogue, like, you know, knifey, bladed, you know, thing. Like, I just feel it's weird. They're like, here's 3 dragon-themed blasters. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. So, I mean, it looks like it could be comfy. It's got the grip guard. It's got the thumb hole stock. It's got dart storage on it, which is kind of cool. It's pump action. Who knows if that pump is comfortable or not. It's kind of hard to tell, but could be cool. For those wondering about the actual price of our darling baby here, let's put that on screen. We have the DPCI and everything for this one as well. They don't have to make it look really knifey. They could just make it look cool. You act like NERF has never made swords before. At least it's double your darts. Yeah, that's true, but for 30 bucks, for $30, so keep in mind that for $20 you can get a Validator. 40 round pump action slam fire, beautiful thing. For $30, the same price as this, you can get the Tomahawk 60. You see my problem? Like, you see my problem? Am I not the only one that's like... That's what's disappointing to me. I wonder if the price has something to do with the D&D branding. Both of them are owned by Hasbro. Hasbro pays 0 licensing fees. Like, man, this is disappointing. So, with that, I'm going to spam a straw poll. Please take your time to answer that straw poll for me. And in a couple of minutes, we will check the results. Dragons! I guess. This is one that, like, honestly looks cool. For, like, 15 bucks, this thing would be rad. For 30 bucks, it's a slap in the nutsack. Like, with like, like something very small and springy. Like, just faintly. Like, just enough that it stings forever. You'll never walk straight for the rest of the day. That kind of slap. This is just weird. I don't know what to feel about this whole endeavor. Because I will spam the straw poll a couple of times once again. Please take your time to fill out this straw poll. It is scientific information to make sure that we're being accurate and unbiased here on the Fuzzy Walrus Industries News Network. This is the future. And again, I think the problem I have, and Hasbro, I know you're not watching, and I know even if you are watching, you don't give a care, but I think my main issue is that you can make a blaster dragon themed. Sure. But if the blaster doesn't do anything interesting, if I'm not a fan of the dragon aesthetic, I will have no reason to look at the dragon aesthetic. That's my problem with the lack of innovation in a nutshell. Apparently I do not have moderators, so I guess I'll just start banning people? Oh, there we go. Jex, I hope you banned them. Yeah, you can ban them next time if they're that bad. Like, this sucks. Why are the results 50-50? It's literally one vote ahead on bad. I can refresh it. I'm gonna refresh results. Auto refresh. Yeah. Wow. But I want to point out that like 50% of our people here that are all foam dart enthusiasts are not interested in your product. Now, chat, let's play around with the idea that the Ember Strike was a Swarm Fire reshell or a Power Bell reshell or something. Let's assume it looks identical. Let's just assume it looks identical, but it was a $30 Swarm Fire or Power Shell or Power Bell or something. Maybe $40. Would you be more inclined to be like, yeah, I'll pick that up? Yeah, so a lot of people are saying yes. And that's my problem with Hasbro in a nutshell right now. Whenever we get stuff from Hasbro, it's almost never. We will get literally 15 reshelled blasters for every one new interesting design. And even then, usually the new and interesting design isn't that new or interesting. So let's put it in context. Like we had the Command Fire from Dart Zone. It's a fun blaster. Could use some work, but it was pretty fun. We got the Destructor, which was the same-ish blaster, but taken slightly differently. It had slightly different feeding mechanics, a slightly smaller hopper, but in exchange, it had a different design and stuff to boot. There are people who still love the Command Fire. There are people who prefer the Destructor. There are people who have both and love both of them. Now we got the Matrix Fire. A smaller hopper yet again, but it uses a completely different agitation system and feeding system in general. That's cool. That's really cool. Like, it's different yet again. Sorry, I'm really gassy for some reason. Probably the beer. So, like, there's 3 blasters right there that are completely different. We got like the Tomahawk 60 and like the Villainator. Like the Villainator is just a pump action, really nice version of like it's basically like a pump action version of the Superdome Magnum, but they made it really smooth slam fire for a really incredible price. The Magnum Superdrum Mark II was changed in a lot of ways to make it a lot more accessible. I really think the Mark II is the Magnum Superdrum X2 is way better. Like, that's what I wish Hasbro would do, and they don't. And that's what's really upsetting. Is I wish they would just do stuff that is mechanically different in some design. What if the Ember Strike was the Stampede rotating center? That's what a Power Bell Speed Swarm Fire is. A lot of people, I saw somebody else was like, oh my god, look what they did to the Swarm Fire. And they're like, well, at least we're getting a Swarm Fire. I'm like, it's not Swarm Fire, it's pump action. And it turned out to be pump action. The Matrix Fire was a little disappointing. I kind of liked mine. I haven't fired it more than a couple of times, and I still have B-roll to shoot, but I think it definitely has its uses. I think it would have been better with a bigger drum. Like, I wish they would have put, like, a big old, like, 50-round hopper or something on it. Please, more flip shots and gimmick blasters. Yeah, so the flip shots are interesting. I think the flip shot blasters definitely have their place. The flip shot 32 is absolutely ridiculous, and I love that. Let's see, Elite 2.0 flip shots. Let's see if I can, when I'm not ready, let's see if I can find, yeah, I can find all three of them. Wow, this one's in stock in EB Games. Interesting. Give me just a second, see if I can't get, actual thingies done. Now let's talk about the flip shots. I'm gonna go back to the gameplay stream. I'm gonna try to make a couple. God, why? I have 32 gigs of RAM, or no, I have 64 gigs of the most insane RAM, and you can't give me a decent thing. So, here we go. Oh, maybe I have to go over here. Hold on. Flip 8. Where's my... Well, here's the flip 8, but where's the rest of them? Oh god. All right. Give me just a sec here. It says oh, there it is. Sorry, doing this live sucks. So I can crop this in, can't I? Ooh, look at that. Genius at work. Alright, so much better to do this when you're not doing it live. And then my ever so lovable Flip 32, which we have a box shot for. Like, I don't know how we have a box shot for it, but I'll take it. Sorry, chat. One sec. Almost finished. I actually have some thoughts. I think we could all benefit from talking about these. So, unfortunately, the best one, in my opinion, was delayed, but we'll get to that. Let's go. All right. So, first up is, I believe it's $20. It might be $15. Yeah, I don't know how much this is. Yeah, it's $20 USD by the looks of it, which I think is a bit much. But this is the Flip 8. And it is basically a rough cut kind of thing where the main gimmick for the flip shots is the red or orange priming rod primes the blaster. The green priming rod, which in this case looks like a sight, flips it. So it has 4-shot smart AR, it flips around, has another 4-shot smart AR. Which is, you know, it's an interesting design. I think $20 is freaking laughable. That's way too much money. But that's pretty cool. Like, you could do worse. Like, yeah, the grip does look pretty comfortable, and the prime looks okay. But yeah, so you use the top priming thing to flip it, use the bottom priming thing to fire it. So we can take that exact same mechanism or design, and we can go to the next one, which is, give me just a second here. So this is the Flip 16. So I'm not certain, in fact, I'm going to try to see if there's more information about this out. The blah, blah, blah. Is a 2-stage firing trigger. So this one actually does fire 2 darts at once. So it's basically a double rough cut. I mean, it's bolt action, but this stock, quote unquote, actually flips up to latch onto the top of blaster and looks like a scope, but then folds down into a stock. The green thing on the bottom primes or flips it, but the orange priming mechanism, the bolt action, is what primes the blaster. So, not bad. The problem I have is that it's $40. That's really expensive. Like, that is really expensive. Yeah, that's a bizarre combination of mechanisms. Like, that looks weird. I don't know. Like, I think it looks good, but there's no way you can convince me that this thing is worth $40 US. 30 would be a little bit too much. 40. So, I like the idea of it. It's obviously super goofy because it just has these big, huge things on the side of it that flip. Obviously, that's going to look really weird in person. But, you know, there's stuff going on there. Now, where things get really interesting for me is this one. This is the one where I have a hard time saying no. So I want you to keep in mind that the Flipshots 32 is $60. 60. Dude, like, that is so much. And also, I am uncertain if this blaster fires 2 darts per trigger pull, or like a 2-stage trigger, or if it fires 4. From what I can read on the NERF wiki, which they wouldn't know for certain, is that it fires 2 darts. And you also got to keep in mind, this thing is basically a rifle that has 2 full-sized rough cuts on each side that flip. The forward priming handle, the green one, flips the blaster. The red or orange lever in the back primes it. So this thing is a lever action, pump action, 32 round shotgun. I mean, I do agree. Like, I like the stock and everything on it. The grip looks like it could be good, and also the grip looks like it could be awful. It's kind of hard to tell. And I'm trying to decide, like, this is the one that I'm like, I have to buy it. I have to buy it. Are you kidding? I have to have the Flip 32. Do I think it's worth $60? Not really. But it's so off the wall that it's hard for me to say no. I think the prime and barrel swap should be flipped. I could argue that, yeah, but I like lever action, so. I wonder how big it is. Sophie does have a TikTok where she kind of shows it off, but it's hard to gauge, like, I'm assuming it's flipping huge. I'm also assuming that the flip things on the side aren't connected. I assume you would have to snap those on. It is technically an Elite 2.0 blaster. And the orange tube above the grip makes me want to HPA mod it. Kinda. It looks like it might possibly have like 2 decent sized plunger tubes in it. I'm kind of hoping it has 4. Just saying. That would be cool if the lever was literally metal and it had 4 and you had to really crank it. That would be awesome. There's no way, but. You say the grip's going to be abysmal, but at the same time, your grip's going to be on the lever anyway, so I don't think it will matter. Nah, Coney, I don't think that would be required. Like, man, that's a blaster. That is the dumbest of blasters. I like the idea of it, but oh boy. I mean, I'm gonna buy one, but that's the same price as the Select. I wonder if the tube is functional. I doubt it, T-Bug. Like, it looks like it could be fun. Flip 64. There we go. No, I think it's so far. You got to remember that the things on the side are. The blaster's probably this wide from the front, and your hand's gonna be in the middle. I think it'll be fine. Like, this is just excessive. I mean, you could try to make the argument with the flip. The Flip 16, but for $40, I just don't see it. And the Flip 8, like, that thing should literally be, like, it should quite honestly be, like, maybe, like, $15. Maybe. And, like, that's the thing that keeps upsetting me about everything Hasbro does, is because, like, here's something that might actually be kind of cool, but it's just way too expensive to be worth actually picking up. I mean, it's just too much money. I mean, let's just assume they are because they're Elite 2.0. It's just way too much money. That's my problem. Like, for the same price as the Flip 16, you could get a freaking Conquest Pro. Why do they have two priming handles? Because one of them flips the barrels and the other primes it. Because they all flip. That's the joke with the Flip series. So, like, in the case of the Flip 16 here, the bolt primes the blaster. The pump is what flips the barrels. Of what shell, Coney? I agree, Connor. I agree. Like, I just don't see $40 worth of product here at all. Like, this may be $25. Maybe $25. Like, they're insane. Like, the only one I can somewhat rationalize being the price that it is, and that's still a hard sell, is the 32. Because, like, that's massive. That's huge. And, like, there's nothing else really like it, but not for... Well, if they have two-stage triggers, they're all dual plunger tube. I just realized that. But there's just no way. It's just way... Like, obviously it's not going to be for everybody, but man, that's expensive. But this is the only one where I feel like the price is almost acceptable. Flip shots more like flip. Yep, that's pretty good, Silly Salmon. Yeah, I mean, it's a thing. I don't think it's a good thing. It's a thing, though. Just too much money, Hasbro. Just too much money. Well, I mean, we have no confirmation that these ones are solvent welded Shang. We just assume they are. We have no confirmation on that, so there's always a chance. Honestly, for that kind of money, it would be hard for them to rationalize solvent welding everything together again. Besides the new Adventure Force stuff, which we've already talked about, there is the dumb, there's a Elite 2.0 Jolt coming out, the SD1. It's just a Jolt. It looks better than the Stinger did, but there's no Elite 2.0 Jolt that as far as I know of. There's also the TNTina's Kaboom Bow, which is a mega... You remember the Lightning Bow? I think it was called the Lightning Bow. The single shot mega bow that Hasbro did that sucked. They're remaking that. And it costs... That cannot be right. Because it says €32. There's no way. €32. That's literally like $30. It looks like crap, and it comes with 3 Mega Darts, and it's from Fortnite. Awful. Yes, the Elite 2.0 Ace, but it's just a Jolt. And other than that, we have the Fortnite Heavy SR, which looks like it could be good. Oh god, there's a Jolt that I missed. Oh god. Damn it, Hasbro! I've never actually seen this before. This is the first time I've seen this. And it was on the wiki of all places. Oh, where did this come from? Like, literally, where did this come from? Damn it, Hasbro. I don't even know what to say about that. I don't play Fortnite anymore, so I don't really know, but... Well, I just want to point out, this is also a Hasbro blaster. I'm just rating the wiki now. And it looks pretty okay. That's the Fortnite heavy SR. Like, that looks okay. It looks like somebody ran over their Barrett 50 cal with the truck, though. In my opinion, this looks rad. Like, this is like the most real steel. I don't know why every Fortnite blaster couldn't have looked like this. You know what I mean? Like, because that one actually looks okay. It's like the most tactical blaster Hasbro's ever kind of made. It's just like, it's going to be most likely, if I had to hazard a guess, I will assume this thing has the same internals as like the Fortnite SPL, just without the detachable mag. I don't think it's a Retaliator reshell. I think it's an SPL reshell. But, like, at least it looks cool. I mean, that's amazing from Hasbro. You paint that all black, you're getting shot in the park immediately. Those two aren't out yet, but I assume they'll be out really soon. For those who wanted to see the freaking Jolt, because I don't know, you hate yourself or something. I don't know. Here's the Jolt. It's a Jolt. Nothing new or exciting. It's Jolt. I think what's insulting about that is it's clearly a Stinger. They just put a different shell on the outside of it. It's not actually a Jolt. It's not actually a Jolt. Other than that, I mean, there's really not a whole lot. Like, that's what we get. The site is Dart storage. I get that, but it's still just a jolt. There is Dragon Blaster coming out. Yeah, we've been talking about those. It's the name of the stream. You show up 2 hours late to the stream, and yeah, we've talked about that. Oh. I like the jolts. I'll keep buying them. I hope they make more. The freaking llama thing, like, jeez. That is something cursed. Shut up, Ouroboros. That'll ruin everything. Ugh. I guess there's a new recon. Oh, see, I told you I'm tired. I don't know. I think we somebody brought this up one stream, and I was like, I completely forgot it was a thing. It's just a Recon Mark II again. I mean, it has some nifty. They're not new attachments, but it has attachments. Looks kind of cool. That's a thing. How much do they want for it? $30? That's too much. That's it. That's all we got. Oh, there's another SMGL coming out. I didn't know that. Where did that... Why can I not get rid of that picture? There we go. They should just make an Icon Maverick. That would be funny. I think they'll still have Icon stuff. Hi, honey. Huh? You say something? Hi. My allergy meds? I just asked you an hour ago and you forgot. That's fine. Maybe we can find an excuse to go to the store then. No? Have some? I can't remember the last time I had Arrowhead. It's been so long. Mega XL will be fun to use. I sure hope so. About an hour and a half. I probably won't go too much longer. I don't feel good. You want to go out and... Teriyaki. Do we have money? Oh, well. If we have the money. Aeon Pro came and it's so good. It is really good. Is my bot down? No? Weird. Well, you let me know. I'll be done here in a little while. I'll probably go till 7 and then stop. Maybe a little bit sooner. I'm really tired. I just kind of want to get allergy meds and go to bed after eating some food. So, you think about it, let me know what's going on. Dinner. Okay. Are you serious? Fortnite and D&D? Well, wait, hold on. Sorry, I missed something. When is the next video coming out? Ben, I'm really sorry. It's, I have like 5 of them or 6 of them that are filmed except for the B-roll. So we should see, hopefully tomorrow, I'm not making promises, Monday for sure. And I'll have videos out every day. Yeah, we just talked about it. It's the Ember, the Dragon Power series. You guys are a little bit late. I always try to wait like a half hour or 45 minutes before I start. And then like people still join late and miss it. How's the new studio? It's pretty darn good. I mean, we got a lot going on here. I'll give you guys a short little look around again. Random storage over here. We got the blaster wall, which is the backdrop. We got the wall of... Oh my god, I got so many things around the desk. The wall of stuff right there, which is like everything I need to review or things that are important. This goes... You can kind of see through there a little bit if you look at the bars. That goes pretty far back, and there's 2 shelving units. And then in the corner, there's a bunch of more shelves with all my new in-box stuff on it. Green screen wall, this needs to be... I was using it as a dart catch, but this needs to be steamed before I can actually use it. There's a lot of darts on the ground. But, yeah. I mean, we look at... Oh, look at this! Holy crap! It's, the desk. It's a long monitor, man. What's with the big boy dart on top of the shelves? It's a big boy dart. When do you think NERF will get their stuff together? I don't know. They've always been hit and miss. We just didn't notice it until recently. Money reasons, Phantom. Money reasons. Dragon Power has the official D&D license. Hasbro owns both NERF and Dungeons and Dragons. Because they own Wizards of the Coast. Right? Was Wizards of the Coast not? No, I guess they weren't. What? No, I guess they were different things, huh? Why did I think... I mean, they own Wizards of the Coast too, but... Was Wizards of the Coast not Dungeons and Dragons? I don't remember. Oh, God. I know they finally did some Magic the Gathering Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I just watched your Magstrike Gunblade video. What happened with that? It was sold to the curator, and he broke it in half. I believe. Actually, that might have been the original Jank Strike. The Jank Blade. I think he still has that. Okay, so Wizards of the Coast does own Dungeons & Dragons. That was what I was wondering, because I honestly didn't know.
That's how it came out. Okay, great.
Any new videos coming soon? Yes, I promise. You have... I'm so far behind, and I'm going to just shoot out as many videos as possible to get caught up. Swift, Milsig, M20, all the new blasters. I have most of them shot now. I've just been sick. David Legit Bread doesn't know anything that I haven't shown off and talked about in this stream. He literally has the same information we all do.
It's not about the ideas, it's about how you support the ideas.
Are you going to review the Roblox guns? I've done the shark shooter, and I've done the honey, or the bees. I don't have the other 2 sets, or any of the jolts. Honestly, I don't think I care, to be perfectly honest. Oh, I can just tighten you. There we go. Like, why do you not, like, sit right? There we go. I was so excited for the Bee Blaster, then it disappointed me. Mine hits like 88 FPS or something stupid like that. It's like really powerful. It's like the most powerful stock Nerf dart shooter I've had. The last thing that held a candle to that was the Messenger. Have a good one, Commander Wolf. Do you think we'll get a Halo 3 burst round battle rifle? I don't think so. You're asking Hasbro to do something that is actually good. When will you review the new Buzzbee Adventure Force blasters? When they pop up on shelves. It needs a metal lever to survive heavy use. It has metal in the lever. It's like got a metal core. What did I miss? Literally everything. Everything. What's my favorite blaster? The Jolt. Actually, right now it's probably the Conquest Pro, because the Conquest is really, really good. What do you think about the new Jury? Oh, that thing that we've known about since like literally December of last year. I hope it's good. I really hope it's a step in the right direction, that's for sure. I thought they killed off the Wrecked line. That's what they told me when I talked to them. Hate the mag release. I'm sure somebody will come up with like an extended mag release that'll make it more acceptable. Thank you for following me on Twitch when I'm not streaming on Twitch. I should stream more on Twitch though. I'm hoping. God, I really want to stream New World, but that already melts my computer. I've been enjoying the crap out of that game. Oh. Come to Butthead. But yeah, it's a game that like literally was already killing video cards, and I don't have a 2-computer setup for streaming yet. That's something I hope to do in the future. Basically, I'm hoping to just pump out a bunch of videos and get back into the swing of things and hope money comes, because I need money. We need to finish this thing. I hope to redo the Patreon soon. Thank you very much for following me on Twitch, Boomin', even though I'm not streaming on Twitch. For all I know, maybe I am. I could do both. I don't know why I don't do both. Probably because it just seems ridiculous to me. But you need to be able to finish the studio. I want to be able to get my painting booth and my dip tank set up. Get all that stuff done. But I really want to be able to stream more other stuff. And video games, obviously, like every time I'm playing a video game, I might as well stream it. But trying to stream with one rig doesn't seem to work very well for some reason. Okay, T-Bug and Hamburger Eater, thank you for following me on Twitch. I'm not streaming there, but thank you. I wonder if the Conquest internals will eventually evolve into P90 blaster kind of thing. I don't think so. Have a good night, Shogun. I think the original Mega XL names are code names because the small one is called the Double Crusher. I don't know, like I've seen pictures. I'm trying to remember what that email was. Somebody did send me an email. They're like literally hiding in a bush taking pictures of like a Hasbro event. Might have been like literally an advertising shoot for those blasters, but I will blast you with my ray gun. Out of all the blaster brands like X-Shot, Nerf, Dart Zone, etc., who's the first, second, third? I think it pretty much goes Dart Zone, Nerf, Zuru, Buzzbee right now, in my opinion. Would you ever build a completely DIY blaster? I mean, we pretty much did once with the dollar store challenge, which we want to revisit. WALCOM, apparently the CEO of NERF is asking gamers to stop essentially. I won't believe that until it happens. That's so on brand for them, and I hope it happens, but I don't believe it. It's that image macro of Giorno. It says that's BS, but I believe it. Why are there so many good old JoJo image macros? Dollar Store Challenge had Aiko in it. I miss Aiko. What motors and LiPo would you suggest for a Strife? Krakens with a 3S motor. Like to see some new weird stuff like the Nerf scooter. Yeah, I just wish they weren't so monstrously expensive. I just noticed the SMG is going for 16, 17 bucks. It's because it's a cheap Strife. It is, but it also doesn't share like any part, like besides motors, with the Strife. You still like the Dominator? I love the Dominator, and I still want a good one. I actually bought a second Dominator recently, just so I could have another shell to mess with. And I have like 15 or 16 of the magazines. Love that blaster. Somebody needs to make a specialty cage. And I don't think anybody has. I was going to ask Valor about doing that for me.
Alright. I'll tell you the truth.
I wish they can bring back the barrel break, don't we all? How much do you think the Dart Zone Pro Mark III is going to cost? I want to guess anything under 200 bucks. With them, it's such a wild card. I would assume it would be like $150, but I also don't know when it comes to them. What would make the Dominator more good? The first flywheel cage needs to be pushed back, so it's basically right up against the magazine, so there's less of a gap between the pusher pushing the dart into the flywheels. Because what happens with the current Dominator is that with the flywheel cage in the position it's in, when the pusher pushes the dart, it jams up against the side of the cage, and they have made cages with wider feed mouths, but that doesn't solve the problem. The cage needs to go back, so it's basically touching the magazine, and get rid of that nice big gap in front of it. Dart Zone Scorpion or Adventure Force V-Twin? V-Twin's better.
Very much alike.
What happens if I use a 9.2 LiPo on stock motors? You'll burn them out, can't Samurai. Random question, what's your favorite food? Sushi. What do you think about the scam? I was gonna get sent one at one point, and I guess that never happened. It looked interesting. I didn't like the cosmetics of it, But I liked the idea of it. Man, there are kids out there that would probably agree with you, though, Frugy, that would say Sonic Forces is better than Sonic Mania. I actually never finished Sonic Mania. I don't know why. It's not even a long game. I own it. I actually found the copy of, like, Sonic Mania Plus or whatever for the Switch at Goodwill for, like, $6. Like, the full unopened game. Remembering finding that now. I have it somewhere. I should probably play it at some point. I think I only played it for like the first 3 or 4 zones. Do you love wasabi or pickled ginger? For sushi? Yeah, I like both. Is there a way to lower the FPS of modded flywheel blasters? Use a weaker battery? Just got my red long shot a day ago. Any recommended mods for it? Whatever worker kit that you want to slam in it. Well, that would explain why I can't find wardens anywhere, Paul. I wanted one for Jared's Epic Blaster Battle and couldn't find one. Are you going to review any of the Roblox guns? I've already done reviews. They'll be out soon of the Shark Seeker and the Honey Bees Blaster. I might have to peace out soon. I'm really... Man, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm getting tired of it. Think the Tomahawk will come in early August? Yes, that's when they said that it was supposed to be out. It's weird because I got all these other blasters from like Dart Zone and they didn't come with any release dates or anything. I think they're already pretty much on shelves. Is the Sportsman very moddable on clearance here? The Sportsman is very rare. If it's on clearance, I would buy all of them. You can't even find them on eBay. I thought I had like one of the only ones in existence. I'm not even joking. Is it moddable? Probably, but like I saw how rare they were and didn't want to mod one. Lever action or semi? Which do you prefer? Lever, for sure. Will you reveal the Dart Zone Max Striker? I will eventually, but it's just an Nexus Pro. It's the same blaster. There was 2 left, but I hid one just in case. Yeah. No, as far as I know, you can't buy them anywhere. Trying to search for it, like, it wasn't on Amazon. It's been off Walmart's website forever. Butcher Force Sportsman. Yeah, it's been out of stock for, like, literally a year. It's not even on their website anymore. Like, I don't know what happened with that blaster. Yeah, you have to type it into Google, and even then you just get it's out of stock, delivery not available, you know. It's an incredibly rare blaster. I would love to have a second one in box. Absolutely would love to have a second one in box. I will pay, like, double MSRP for one right now. Can't even find them on, Yeah, they're literally not even on eBay. WALCOM, will you be at RAG if it comes next year? Yeah, probably. I don't see why I wouldn't be, unless something catastrophic comes up. Have you seen Kamen Rider O's? Yes. Yeah, no, O's is a good one. Definitely a good one to start with. It's my wife's favorite, I think. She likes O's and double. Do you archive your streams anywhere? They go all unlisted, so technically if you have the link, you can still watch them. Is your wife into Nerf? Not really, no. Her favorite blaster is the Ravonix 360. What 2S motors would you recommend for the Strife? Fang revamps. I think those are 2S, right? What's my favorite Nerf series? Rebel. Do you like the new 29 Tachi mag? I have a 33 Tachi mag. It's a gimmick. Hey, Kakaru. Do you like Kamen Rider Geo? Geo was okay. It's not very good. It's better than like Wizard and Ghost, but it's not very good. Arguably, it's way better than Saber as well. Holy crap, Saber was bad. Not that I've seen more than 3 episodes of it. Did you ever get the limited edition Rival Helios with the drum? No, that never released. Hi, WALCOM, thoughts on Kamen Rider Revice? They haven't showed anything about Revice other than the Riders, so I don't know. It could suck harder than Saber. I have no reason to believe it will be anything good. After seeing how bad Kamen Rider can be with Saber, I'm very apprehensive. I like the suit. My favorite Nerf pistol? Probably the Gecko. Do you prefer a Nexus Pro over Percy's? Completely different blasters. Yeah, Coney said it. For money, Jackson. For lots of money. For literally hundreds of dollars, sure. Alright. I think I'm going to call it. I'm sorry this is going to be a shorter stream. I really don't feel good. Videos are coming, I swear. I've unboxed and reviewed so many things the last couple of days. I just need to hopefully feel better tomorrow morning. Like, oh man. But you guys are awesome. Thank you for joining me. We'll see what next week brings. Should be a ton of videos. I'm just going to literally try to dump as much stuff as I can. We'll see what happens. So, most likely, what's up for me for the rest of the night is I'm going to go to the store, pick up some new allergy meds, and then go to bed. So, have a great night, everyone. I'll see you all hopefully tomorrow. If the stars align, I'll have a video out tomorrow afternoon. Because all I need to do is get B-roll footage and edit shouldn't take me that long with these videos. I've got a new system down. It's a new style of video. I hope it works okay. Anyway, take care. I'll see you all later. I'll leave you with the rest of this song.